And welcome to Aussie Scale Modeller. Jace here, glad to have your company once again. Well, a huge shout out to all of you that have sent again your well wishes, your emails, your messages on the channel, everything like that. Much appreciated. Yeah, my darling wife. Unfortunately last week we had another little episode, and so yeah, it's been a bit of a rough week again. But she's on the mend a bit. More tests and more results, and we'll find out more next week. So huge shout out from my family to you. Thank you very much. Okay, what have we got? Well, what have I got? I'm considering, let's just try to get to 500 subscribers now. I know you guys are out there on all those Facebook sites, and I really do appreciate you watching the channel. But thanks for watching it. If you could just hit that subscribe, it'd be great. So when I hit 500, that F111, that's going to some lucky person who's hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. In this episode, we've got some new paints from Braden from Outlaw. Now, I haven't received them yet. They're in lockdown in parts of Brisbane, so yeah, they're on their way. But if you go to www.outlawpaints.com.au, have a look at the new paints. There's about 7 of them that come out. They are absolutely off the chart brilliant. Awesome work again, Braden. And again, mate, thanks for your phone calls and your concern. John at Modeller's Island, he's just put up a whole heap of stuff on his site. Still waiting on more stock to come through, so guys, please be patient with him. You'll grab the code at the end of the episode, and that's 10% off at modellers-island.com.au. Hit him up, have a look. Great, cheapest prices anywhere. They are just brilliant. Okay, and in this episode, spoke to Chris Miller there from the Qmhe, Queensland Modellers Hobby Expo. It's gone ahead, guys. It's gone gangbusters. Awesome support from everybody to make it happen, and to Chris and the team. Wow, guys, top shelf. I didn't get down there, unfortunately. Really wanted to be there, but we've got some video coming through from Chris there, so we'll run that after the interview. And the interview is with Mr. Peter Holroyd from ScaleModelling. Now, he has a YouTube channel. So, as I said, I'm promoting Australian scale modelers, Australian small businesses, Australian hobby shops. People are providers for the Australian-made stuff. But also, we've got our other Aussie guys out there on YouTube doing different things, doing different builds. Some like ships, some like cars, whatever. It doesn't matter. So, before I speak anymore, let's hit the video. We'll roll on, and I'll catch you on the other side. Catch you then. Well, good morning, and we've got the wonderful Mr. Peter Holroyd from ScaleModelling. How are you this morning, Pete?
Yeah, good, mate. Good, very good.
Mate, welcome to Aussie Scale Modeller. And, mate, just for everybody, and this is probably going to shock them, when did you first take up scale modelling, and what was your first recollection, or i.e. build?
All right. I'll have to think back to last year, 2020.
That's a long time ago, mate. That is a long time ago.
It was early in the year, in April. So April was my first model I've ever built in my life that I can remember.
Impressive, mate. Impressive. Yeah, I mean, and what was that model?
That was actually the HMS Cornwall, 1350 scale ship from the British Navy. So it's... Yeah, I was pretty happy with it, although now that I look back, yeah, it's not my best effort.
So did you build it like straight out of the box? Did you add anything to it, or was it just a bit of glue, a bit of paint and...
Yeah, it was straight out of the box, but I did add some railings around the deck. I think every ship needs to have the railings.
It does, otherwise people go overboard, mate. We all know that. We've seen the Titanic. Mate, quick one. When did the idea of ScaleModelling, like the channel, take flight? Like what said, okay, this is a good idea?
Well, to get my ideas, I watch a lot of other people modelling on their channels, and of all different skill levels of not just modelling, but video and YouTubing your modelling. So I thought, well, I don't know, maybe somebody's interested in watching a complete amateur with no background experience getting into the hobby for the first time and getting addicted to it. And so I thought maybe someone would follow. So I threw up a couple of videos and it's just going on from there. So basically I do an unboxing of a video and then I run through and do the whole build up of that kit.
Yeah, mate, and I've watched your channel, and mate, for somebody who's only been in the hobby a bit under a year and a half, mate, you're doing great guns, and your work's mate, every episode, every build I've watched, your skill level is increasing at a rapid rate, and I suppose you're down there in New South Wales, so with the lockdown and everything, you've got plenty of time on your hands.
Well, that was another reason why also, because when I came here, the story is that I was planning to do a motorcycle trip over in Europe for a few months last year, but when this COVID hit, that threw all those plans away. So I came down into Sydney here and I stayed here and thought, well, I don't really want to go back to work in a hurry. I've got this money I saved for a trip, so I'll just take time off. And then I got into the hobby and started that way. And that's how I ended up having so much time to spend building as much as I did and getting to where I am now. So, you know.
Yeah, well, if you save for a trip to Europe, that is a lot of modelling stuff, mate. That is, and that's money well spent. Let me tell you, that's a good investment. Europe's always going to be there. They discontinue some kits.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Now, speaking of your kits and everything and all your builds, mate, do you normally like online or before the big lockdown happened? What was your local hobby shop, mate?
Okay. Right. So I did build a few models before I started getting into the YouTube and doing that. But basically, I use B&A on their website. Metro. You might have heard of Metro Hobbies.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, heard of Metro.
But I also have a local guy, a couple of suburbs away, called RC Crew, that are great suppliers for all my paints and bits and extra pieces that don't come with the kits. Bought a few kits off them too. They're great service, really nice people to deal with. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of the RC Crew boys, and yeah, and I've only heard good things about them, mate. They do a good job there. Right, mate. So, what's your preferred genre? What do you like to build?
Well, I started with ships because I saw a guy I watched on Instagram and had a YouTube channel on computers, and he builds and modifies computers, and he put up one on the Yamato that he built. I thought, oh, I'll give that a go because that looked really good. So I built a ship, and then as I progressed, I've extended the range to any type of ship. So there's spaceships. So I've done X-Wing now, Star Destroyer, also helicopter gunships. I built one helicopter. Submarines, I class them in the ships as well.
No, mate. As an ex-Navy person, they are boats, not ships.
It's a U-boat, isn't
it? So there we go, mate. Right there. Boat. U-boat, not U-ship.
Okay, all right. Anyway, I've gone a bit outside my genre then.
That's awesome, mate. I mean, and as I said, anybody that's watching, make sure they visit your channel or ScaleModelling on YouTube there. You on Facebook at all, mate?
Sorry?
Are you on Facebook at all?
Oh, yes, I have a Facebook. I have a link on the YouTube channel from a Facebook as well.
Right, we'll make sure everybody hits that as well. Hey, mate, so how long has the channel actually been up and running? When was your first episode aired?
So the first episode was in November, I think it was, last year. And that's when I started to build the hood. And then after that, I started building up and I went on to the Kitty Hawk, the Arizona, which you can see behind me there on the shelf. And also, and I think I'm at about, how many videos would it be now? Just checking, 122 videos have gone up since the 15th of November. Yeah.
Well, mate, you put some work in, and I'll tell you what, your camera work's absolutely brilliant. I mean, yeah, every episode, there's something new in there, and yeah, you're doing a great job, mate. Hey, speaking of building and everything, what's currently on your bench?
All right. So behind me on my bench there is a German submarine. It's over there. It's the Type 21, and it's from Revell, 144 scale. It's the one that has all the open interior. So one side of it is all open, and you build up all the engine room, the crew quarters, and everything through. It's currently clamped up together, as I've just managed to put the interior all together, and that's sitting in there. And I actually might finish that one today.
Maybe looking forward to the reveal on the channel. And mate, what's upcoming? What is going to be new after that one?
Right. Well, I've got probably one of my biggest projects, and sticking with the ship line, although not warship, we're into cruise ship now.
Okay.
So this will be the next one. So we got the Queen Mary 2.
Okay. So the Revell?
That's the Revell 1400. And it comes with its own photo etch, and I do intend on putting lights in this one as well and get it all lit up. So I think all LED lighting and everything else, I think it just accentuates and highlights the models. I mean, the stuff we've got available to us for our models today from photo etch and LEDs is just unbelievable. Mate, looking forward to seeing you do that one. The lighting actually is going to be a bit of a challenge, because to be honest, with this one behind me, I was planning to light that up as well, and I had it all ready. I got fiber optics, I got all my LEDs and stuff. I ended up having to trash the idea. I couldn't get it. It was just, I didn't have the space in there, and I just don't have the know-how. So I'm going to have to educate myself a bit more before I tackle this Queen Mary.
Nah, you'll be right, mate. You'll be right. You'll be right. Every model's a learning experience, and there's always
that's right. You've got to give it a shot. You've got to give it a go. That's the whole thing, you know. Everything's a bit of a challenge, and that's what keeps it interesting.
You know? Yep. Hey, mate. Just one thing. Now I can see your bench there behind you. If I was to walk in and take a tool, and you turned around and looked at your bench, what would you notice missing straight away? What tool would you notice missing?
Gosh, probably my nippers.
It seems to be the consensus. Everybody asks the same question: nippers. Where's my nippers?
Well, I started off with nail clippers, and that's not the. And,
wow, mate.
Yeah, nail clippers was what I started with, and scissors, forget that.
Yeah, forget that.
When I finally forked out enough and thought, get a decent pair of nippers, which I've put off for a long time because they're not cheap, but they're worth it in the end. They really are. It just saves you so much more cleanup when you can cut that bit of plastic off the sprue nice and neatly like that. It saves you a lot of cleanup work.
And a lot of sanding.
And a lot of sanding.
Yeah, yes. And filling from where the sprues come, taking a chunk out.
Yeah. So that would be what I would definitely miss.
Right, yeah, mate. Well, first up, I have to say thank you so much for your time this morning, mate. And it's absolutely been amazing and fantastic. Before we go, mate, anything you'd like to add?
I'd just like people, if they wanted to tune in and watch my videos, it's for anyone who's wanting to get into this hobby for the first time, really, and has no idea. And you can see how simple it is, and how much you can learn just by doing it. You know, I put in a few tips and tricks videos in there of things I've learned on the way, dealing with photo etch and how to get yourself set up with going through your instruction manuals and everything, because you just don't build a model from step one to step whatever. There's lots of things in between that people can get stuck with, and these are things that I've learned, and I'd like just share that with other people too. That seems to be the consensus of what people like to see.
And mate, you're doing a bang-up job. You really are doing a great job. I mean, as you're saying, with instructions and preparing, you know, people go, okay, 1, 2, 3. Well, no, you might have to paint something in step 8, so it fits with step 2. So going through those instructions twice, 3, 4 times, really having a good read, very important message. Mate, again, thank you very, very much. And, well, as I always say, mate, it's all good and catch you later.
Yes, mate. Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me on the show, and all good luck with your channel. And we're all going to get there more subscribers so more people can be educated on what we're all about. It's fantastic.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Thanks for your time. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Wow. How good was that? Pete, mate, you've done a fantastic effort there. A year and a half into the hobby itself, from zero, mate, what a great job. Your channel's fantastic, so people make sure you go to ScaleModelling. I'll leave a link in the description, and make sure you subscribe. That upcoming Qmhe build, that is going to be absolutely epic. Mate, stay strong with all your little bits and pieces there, like your LEDing and all your lighting and that sort of stuff. Mate, trial by error, a lot more error and a lot of trial, so stick with it, mate. Okay, hopefully next week with Braden, those paints arrive. Can't wait, really want to lay some colour on a spoon. Hopefully all the medical stuff settles down and I can get to actually doing some building. I really want to do that. Don't forget, go to modelers-island.com.au and put in this code ASM10. That gets you 10% off. Oh, speaking of Modelers Island, hang on. John sent me some nice little care packages. I do have the Edward 148 scale, the box set, the few. I got that from Rory's RC Hobby House up there in Rockhampton. This is what I got this week. Now, from John, we've got the Spitfire Mark 1. Hang on, I'll get that up a bit closer, guys. You can see that, the Spitfire Mark 1 cockpit in the photo etch from the Edward there. I've got two of those because it comes with two in a kit. We've got the Mark 1 photo etch there. Let's get in there a bit closer. That's the instrumentation there, some seat belts. Some wheels down the bottom there. Yep, let's go there. Hang on. There we go. And gun bays, all for the Mark 1. There we go, have a bit of a peek at those. Yep, awesome. And the sequel kit, number 2. There we go, what do we got? Spitfire Story Tally Ho. What a great kit. Looking forward to building it. Look, we have the Rockhampton Scale Modelers up there, part of that club as well. I'm aiming to do a Battle of Britain diorama, so yeah, need all the tools, all the bits, and whether or not I do a build for the channel, I might do it. Guys, leave a comment in the section, please. Let me know what you think. So thank you very much, John from modelers-island.com.au. Really appreciate it. Don't forget Braden's AUSSMOD10, that's AUSMOD10, outlawpaints.com.au, hit his website up. Okay, next week, lockdowns and all sorts of crazy stuff. Daryl from Gundams Plus, having a lot of issues at the moment, so mate, keep your chin up, thinking I'll be up here, and hopefully speak to you during the week. Well guys, that's it, that's a wrap. Don't forget, hit the like and subscribe. First 500, I've dropped it down to 500, and you'll go in the running for the F111. So yeah, really can't wait to give away, and I really do thanks. So guys, that's it, that's a wrap from me, and as I always say, it's all good. Catch you later.